can teach you how to get paid, how to get by, and how to get fly. I can teach you how to get cake, if not the whole thing, at least a little slice. Honestly, I'm an immaculate anomaly. I'm an organic organism, ain't no ordinary organs in them. I can't afford any synonymy. That's why my flow is like a cinnamon tsunami with the lemongrass. Ooh, ooh, let me know what you wanna do. If you wanna build, I'm Bobby. If not, then kick it in the lobby. I got a lot to do. Ooh, I'ma watch what you gonna do. If you gonna build, I'm Bobby. If not, then chuck a deuce. You throwing off the vibe, man, I don't die time. It's all about the vibe, all that I got time. I ain't got the goose, stack with me. Don't come through with bad energy. You ain't with the vibe, don't waste my time.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today we've got a solid matchup in store in the NFC, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the New Orleans Saints. Glad you're with us. It's Blake Groupie to get this one started, and off we go here in New Orleans.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
On first down, Howell.
Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion.
Back to Robinson now on first down.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, they've got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara
knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 7.
Now a toss. Kamara left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down.
That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. To throw, it's Carr.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 37.
3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
And now Carr changing the formation.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
That'll be taken in by Shaheed.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. Kamara up the middle, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now Carr. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints.
Juwan Johnson.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Saints take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Groupie able to add the PAT.
And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And Robinson will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack, going to stop him short of the first.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Washington with a football here to begin quarter number 2.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Now they go play action with Howell. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 15 yards the pickup, 1st down Washington.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and 1st down. Simply put, you've got to put more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
They'll send a tight end in motion right.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
And good running, going to get this down close to a 1st at the Saints 28.
3rd and 1. Howell's going to throw it.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Robinson. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
Faking the handoff. Howell. That is caught.
And they'll get this down to the 10. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
They'll run with Robinson.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And Howell will throw it.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. One of the tight ends comes in motion. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right.
They'll try to run with Robinson. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders are an extra point away from drawing level.
Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
In motion right, one of the tight ends.
Robinson up the middle.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll bring a tight end in motion. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left.
Robinson is in. Touchdown, Commanders. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Now Joey Sly for the point after.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Carr.
He lets it go deep for Olave.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Carr.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Handoff now to Robinson. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. In motion left here, one of their tight ends.
Off play action. It's Howell.
They'll roll him out right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts.
So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
On the give, here's Robinson.
It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up.
And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Here's Howell.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Howell, 3rd and goal.
And this is going to be intercepted. Jackson now to return.
And the Saints are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
Intercepted. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And from here, might not be able to take a knee. Might need to run a play here that's close to their goal line.
Now after the INT, it's Carr.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports.
And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this 3rd quarter from their 25-yard line. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
He'll start with a give to Kamara.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them, because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
On the counter, this is Robinson.
And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Slings this deep for McLaurin. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has two options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On the run, it's Robinson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third down, Robinson.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
Now Howell.
Forced out to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first.
And the Saints will have the football back. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
2nd and 7.
They run it again with Kamara. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL.
Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
A 10th carry for Kamara. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Now Carr shifting his guys around a bit.
On play action, they'll throw.
Got an open man. It's Olave.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
And now they're in the hurry-up. On play action, it's Carr.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Carr, got to have this one.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10.
Kamara up the middle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
2nd down, and it's Kamara again.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. To throw his Carr. Dancing to his left. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need him to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes a correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the 1st down with his legs instead.
Kamara. Going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk.
a gain of 3. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Again, Kamara. And this time he scores. Touchdown, New Orleans. groupie for the extra point.
And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Howell's throw complete there to Thomas.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Robinson on a give right side.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is third down.
Again, it's Robinson. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go. Here's Tressway now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is taken at the 10. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
They'll come up first and 10 here. Here's Carr. He's got his target. It's Olave.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's first and 10 now.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They'll come up now. 2nd and 9. Carr. It gets this complete to Shaheed. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 36.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here's first down.
A give. This is Kamara.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Toss wide side. This is Kamara.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. Here's Kamara, try to run for it. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And this one is right down Broadway. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Howell.
And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Howell with one final shot.
This for all the marbles. And did he catch it? He did. A touchdown. One of the most improbable finishes in recent history. They've won it on the final throw.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou.